Hello guys, this is CodeNCode and this is the third video on disjoint set data structure. In this video we are going to talk about the introduction of disjoint sets. That is, we are going to look at what disjoint sets actually are, huh, and what is their conceptual representation, and what are the different operations supported by disjoint sets. So let's look at them. The first thing that we are going to talk about is operations supported by disjoint sets. First operation is find n. So find n returns the set to which number n belongs. For example, if you call find 4, it would return a, and if you call find 10, it would return b. Basically, find function tells which set does an element belongs to. It is an easy function, nothing to do about it. We will see how this is implemented. I'm just telling you that what this function does. But there is a problem of naming these sets with characters like ABC, because there may be millions of sets, so we cannot name them using characters. So what we do is we choose one of the elements of the set as parent, and when we call the find function, we return the parent of the set. And since all the sets are disjoint, in disjoint set all the sets are disjoint, that is why they are called disjoint sets. So since all these sets are disjoint, hence the parent that we would choose would be unique. So the parents may be used as the unique identifier of a set. That is why instead of returning the name of the set, we can return the parent. For example, find 4 would return 1, since the parent of the set in which 4 belongs is 1. Find 7 would return 1, and find 10 would return 14. Now the other operation that disjoint set supports is union. A union is a function that is there to merge two sets into a single one. So union functions are provided two parameters a and b. So union operation would merge two sets, first in which a belongs and the other in which b belongs, and it would make a single set of it. So for example, if we have two sets, one in which there are 3 elements, 1, 4 and 7, and another in which there are 2 elements, 10 and 14, calling union 1 4 would have no effect, since 1 and 4 belong to the same set, so it would have no effect. But calling union 410 would merge a and b. Why? Because 4 belongs to set A while 10 belongs to set B. So what merge would do is merge what union would do is merge these two sets into a single set. Now here we are given two sets, 2 3 1 and 4 6. The parent of 2 3 1 is 2 and 4 6 is 6. So this is what is the conceptual representation of disjoint set. Here we can see this is the first set and this is the second set, and in which we have a parent. A parent is the one which points to itself. So 2 is pointing to itself, that is why 2 is the parent of the first set, and 6 is pointing to itself, that is why 6 is parent of the second set. And we can see that these three belong to the same set because they all are in a same connected component, while these two are in the same connected component, hence represent a single set. So here we can see this is the conceptual representation of disjoint set. How we are going to implement it, you would see this in the later video. So here 1 is pointing to 3, that is parent of 1 is 3, and 3 is pointing to 2, that is parent of 3 is 2, and 2 is pointing to itself, which makes 2 parent of this set. So these representation is going to help us to find the parent and also to merge two sets. So in the union operation, what we have to do when we have to merge two different sets into a single set, all we have to do is change the parent pointer or pointer of one of the parent to point to another. So if I have to merge these two sets, all I have to do is make 6 point to 2. This way we would have a single merged set and only a single parent pointer. So if we have to merge these two sets, only parent pointer of the parent have to be altered, nothing else. So we can see that to merge these two sets, all we did was change the parent pointer of 6 to point to 2, and it is not necessary that the second element's parent pointer have to be altered. You can do it other way also. You can make 2 point to 6 as well. For example, like this. Here we can see that 2 is pointing to 6 and 6 is pointing to itself. So this is after merging, and we can see after merging there is only a single parent. So this is how we can merge two different sets. All we have to do is just change the parent pointer of one of the parent to point to another parent. This way we can obtain the union operation. So I hope you understood it, and in the next video we are going to see the implementation part of the disjoint set. Thank you.